Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the trailer reaction, the official trailer reaction for Weird, the Al Yankovic story. If you guys saw my teaser trailer reaction or you've watched any of my videos, you might have heard I'm a massive Weird Al Yankovic fan. My entire life, I remember my grandmother bought me and my brother identical 5-disc carousel CD players, and we were the hottest thing on the street because we both had this, and people would come over and we would just play music. And my dad had gotten a crazy sound system off a job because he would do house cleanouts. That's what I do now. I took over the business. And the first album we got with our CD carousels, we would always coordinate so we wouldn't buy the same CD. That way we could get more. But I remember specifically one of the first, if not the first, was Off the Deep End Weird Al, which was, I believe, the early 90s. I was born in 81. I had to have been like 10 or 12 years old when that came out, and we were listening to it way before that. We were just like, the first CD we want is this. But we were already getting cassette tapes of all the other albums. I was always into the more unique originals that Weird Al did, so Dare to Be Stupid, even though it was a parody of Devo, Dare to Be Stupid, I'm pretty sure was the album that had a lot of originals, more originals than usual. I know each one had their originals. Everyone had their polka track, which was always awesome, that incorporated all the songs that were famous around that time. But I feel like Dare to Be Stupid's album and the song are some of my favorites. I even like when he would do love songs. Every now and then he would throw a love song in, and it'd be the most graphic, violent love song you ever heard. But it was done with such charisma and rapport. I'm jumping in. I'm very excited. Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al Yankovic. I even told you guys this before. If you go look it up, I went and looked it up so I could tell you guys. If you type in Russian Doll sing-along ViewMasters, 4 years ago, I did edits, and I would play music and listen to it, and it was before I knew what I was doing, and I would leave the camera rolling half the time, and while I was editing videos, I would have sing-alongs to like occupy myself. I don't do that anymore because it's way too hard to edit and listen to music accurately. But back then I did it, and I would do Weird Al sing-alongs, and there are videos, 30-minute videos of me just singing Weird Al songs. Check it out. You want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, Infinity Train, dozens of others, all in full unedited, if not Weird, the Al Yankovic story, official trailer. And we're in.
Put it in.
And there is Weird Al Yankovic, who is the manager, it looked like.
I'm tired of people thinking I'm some kind of joke.
Your dad and I agreed it would be best if you just stop being who you are and doing the things you love.
I recognize that guy.
All I wanted.
I'm afraid we found your son at a polka party.
Polka party.
Just to make up new words to a song that already exists.
Oh, well, you should do that then.
There you go, my Bologna.
Who my little hungry one? Hungry one. Open up a package of my banana.
It actually is Weird Al's voice.
Dude, I've got chills.
That was Weird Al's
Every once
voice.
in a great while, I can spot a talent
Love him.
that I know is the future of music.
Look at how he's
We gotta
dressed.
find you a stage name. Al Yankovic. It's long, it's hard to pronounce. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. Weird Al Yankovic.
I love it.
All right. Rocky Road.
Has taken the world by storm.
Do I know you?
Madonna.
Madonna, I was wondering if you were going to do a parody of my song, Like a Virgin.
I'm curious, is that song autobiographical?
Yes. Except for the fact that I've had a lot of sex.
Name me one creative genius that doesn't have a checkered past involving alcohol
That's the medicine.
and drugs.
I think Madonna's a bad influence on you. What? No offense.
Is that part true?
train wreck.
I don't know that part.
My parents wrote me off. I pushed away my band.
You're all just a bunch of normals. I'm the weird one.
You gotta take care of yourself. I saw in you something special. An artist with something to give to the world.
I love that he's always wearing his
In
top
front of all the
hat.
billions of people watching around the world right now,
I want to say is be as weird as you want to be. You will never find true happiness until you can truly accept who you
Amish
are.
Paradise.
Thank you.
It looks amazing.
Oh, Al, you can't smoke in here.
I totally deserve that.
On November 4th, The World Belongs to Weird. I absolutely loved it. Coming from a fan of Weird Al my whole life, I think it looks amazing. It is going through all the different periods of time in his life with all the album releases. I saw a lot of 80s stuff. I saw Amish Paradise, which was late 90s. We also got him winning the award. I love that Rainn Wilson is basically his manager. I don't know the name of his manager, if that is even a real guy that they're basing it off of, because it's ridiculous. But I love how ridiculous it is that he's wearing a top hat every scene he's in. I don't think I saw a single scene where he didn't have a top hat. He was even wearing it in the bathtub. Also, I was too young to remember if this is a real thing, but did he have a thing with Madonna? I was watching it and then I'm like, wait, I kind of do remember that, but then I'm like, am I just making that up in my own head? Is this even real? I feel like he might have, because I know he did Like a Surgeon, and it was in the 80s, and by the time I was actually watching him and like following him, it was probably the late 80s, early 90s. I was only 10 years old when Off the Deep End came out. 10 or 11 years old, maybe. When the Like a Surgeon came out and stuff, I was single-digit aged and not really thinking about the relationship life of Weird Al and Madonna. But I mean, that looked like it was tapped into. It was saying he was doing lots of drugs and alcohol. I mean, it looked entertaining. I just don't recall that off the top of my head. And like I said, I'd have to go deep in. And I don't even know if that is just me wanting it to be like, oh yeah, I remember that, even though it never happened. I ain't gonna confirm anything, but like, that was interesting. He puts the cigarette out on Will Forte's hand. I love Will Forte. Last Man on Earth, MacGruber, SNL. MacGruber, I think it's one of the most unappreciated, even though it is of recent, but I feel like when that came out, it was so underappreciated. No one knew of it or cared about it. I think MacGruber is one of the funniest movies ever. But regardless, Will Forte, cigarette out in his hand, and Weird Al himself is playing who I believe is the head of the record company, the manager, I don't know what his name is. I don't know any of the names of the people. I just think it's funny. I'm looking in front of me right now and it says you could buy tickets right now for advanced screenings on October 26th. And the first place it's showing is Pittsburgh, PA, which is where my brother lives. I almost feel like going and watching. It says it's at the Carnegie Music Hall. Carnegie? I always say Carnegie, but is it Carnegie? I think my brother told me it's pronounced Carnegie. Either way, I almost feel like it's a sign that I should buy tickets right now for October 26th and go visit my brother and watch Weird Al. It might happen. I'm excited. I might do another video on this just because I'm such a fan that I want to build hype and I just enjoy it. So you guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do, full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, Infinity Train, Battlestar, Stargate, so many shows. Check it out. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.